Hello, friends. Welcome back to Graceful Finesse Podcast. I'm Greg Ache, your host. In this podcast, as you know, we cover a wide range of subjects from leadership and management, self-care and well-being, to wholeness, healing, faith, spirituality, and lots more. Please follow the podcast to ensure you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. And do me a favor and share with a friend. This week's episode is titled Protecting Your Mental Health. This will be part one of many episodes on mental health. Actually, in the next episode, I'll be diving deep on this topic with a guest. And we'll be sharing practical tips that have worked for us and for sure will work for you. So for today, I will introduce a topic on mental health and attempt to outline ways you can protect your mental health. Most importantly, how you can support a friend or a family member going through mental health challenges. Before I get started, I want to thank you for being part of this show and this community. Thank you for letting me come into your home, your office, your car, or wherever you're listening from. I also want to take some time to thank those who have written in to share testimonials on how the podcast has helped them. Thank you so much. I do not take this connection for granted. I would like to start with a joke. I heard about these two brothers, ages 4 and 6. They were spending the night at their grandmother's house. She told them to make sure that they said their prayers before they went to sleep. So they went into their bedroom, got down on their knees, and the younger brother started to pray at the top of his voice. God, I pray for a new bicycle. I pray for a new tablet. I pray for a new puppy. And he went on and on and on. At some point, the brother stopped him and said, "Why are you screaming? God is not deaf?" He said, "Yes, I know, but grandma is." Back to the topic of today, protecting your mental health. I'll start by sharing a few comments from individuals who have struggled or who struggle with their mental health. The first comment, I quote, "I always have a measure of anxiety, even if I'm just sitting by myself in a room." Another said, and I quote, "When I feel extraordinarily well, I become apprehensive. I instinctively know that what follows a high is a plunge to a moody low," unquote. And the last comment by another person goes, and I quote, "I try to take it one day at a time, but sometimes several days attack me at once," unquote. Can you relate with these expressions? Are you or is someone you care about facing a similar struggle? Be assured you're not alone. Many people today are affected by mental health issues, whether of their own or those of their loved ones. Without a doubt, we are living in critical hard times to deal with that are causing many forms of distress and anxiety. One study calculated that worldwide, about 1 in 8 people struggle with mental health disorder. That is a whopping 1 billion people, going by today's world population or global population. In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic resulted to even an increase in anxiety. So increase of about 26 to 28% in anxiety and major depressive disorders. Our mental health, however, is not defined by statistics. That's not what I intend to do here. It's about how you and your loved one feel and how you live your lives. So, what is mental health? A good mental health is a state of well-being where you feel good and can function well. You can cope with normal stresses, work productively, and feel satisfied with life. A mental disorder is not the result of someone's weakness. It is actually a medical condition that causes significant distress and disrupts a person's thinking, emotional control, and behavior. And mental disorder can often upset a person's ability to relate to others and to handle their daily demands of life. And I want you to take this away. Mental disorder can affect people of any age, culture, race, tribe, religion, educational background, or income level. So the mental disorder is no respecter of persons. It can basically affect anybody. How to get help for mental health problems? So if you or your loved ones experience significantly noticeable changes in personality, or disturbed sleeping or eating patterns, or in most cases prolonged distress, anxiety, or sadness, you definitely need a professional help to A, identify what the issue is, but 2, to treat the root cause. I'm by no means a professional in this field, but I can provide you some 3 points that might help you. Number 1, invest time and energy in healthy habits. And believe me, investing your time and energy in healthy habits may help you greatly improve your mental health. You may not have gotten to the level of complete mental breakdown, but investing your time and energy in healthy habits like such as sticking to a regular exercise routine, following a healthy diet, even something as simple as getting enough sleep could go a long way to helping you improve your mental health. Personally, I've always ate healthy. So for me, it was establishing a regular exercise and getting enough sleep that I had to do, and I can tell you it kind of helped me a great deal. Number 2, you may find that you're not able to do everything that you want to do on your own, so be willing to accept the help of others. I think in one of our previous episodes we talked about people being willing to and open to accept help. As you know, when you go through challenges, example like the mental health, friends and family are likely out there to offer help, but sometimes they may not know what to do or what help to offer. So it's important to be open and willing to accept whatever help that they offer, and be reasonable in what you expect, and always be thankful for the help they provide. And number 3 point that I think might help you is seeking the help of a therapist and following their recommendations. Sometimes the recommendations might be so simple and obvious, but when you apply them, you will see big results and you will feel enormously better. I feel way better today since I began my sessions with my therapist. I have a couple of them, telling my story to someone in a very safe environment in itself sometimes was so relieving. So that's, very important. Like I said from the beginning, if you identify, some of those abnormalities, changes in personality, disturbed sleeping, changes in eating patterns, prolonged distress, anxiety, sadness, name it, I think it's important to seek the help of a therapist and follow their recommendations. You may ask, how can I help my friends or my friend, my loved ones who are going through mental challenges? We can easily be overwhelmed when a friend is suffering from mental distress. But we can show how much we care by helping them cope with the situation. And these are some ways you can help. Be a quick listener. One of the best ways to help your friend is to listen when they want to talk. Sometimes they may kind of be muted, but when they want to talk, it's good to listen. Don't feel that you have to respond to everything. Don't feel that you have an answer to everything or everything they complain about, but just acknowledge what they say and try to maintain and remain passionate. Keep an open mind and avoid jumping into conclusions or even being judgmental. Remember that what they say, may not be what they mean. Sometimes they may say some things that they would later regret. So, be open and be quick to listen. I had a friend, a lady, whose friend was, had a mental challenge, said something, and I quote, she said, "I make sure that I'm a friend that she can count on. Even though I don't have the solution to her problems, I make it a point to listen to what she has to say." So just listening to what your friend or your family member or your loved one going through a mental health crisis says could go a long way to show them that you're there to listen to them, show them that you're compassionate and that you've got their back. Another way you can help is comfort them with your words. Your friend may be anxious or may struggle with feelings of unworthiness or whatever. Reassuring them that you care can be so comforting. Even if you don't know exactly what to say, just telling them that you care, you understand what they're going through, and that you will always be there for them can be so comforting. Another way is to show them, offer them practical help, show them you love. Instead of assuming that you know how to help, ask them how you can help them. If your friend has a hard time expressing what they need, try suggesting something practical, to do. In my case, I can remember, whenever it was suggested to go out for a walk, it was like, heaven for me. You could offer, things like, helping even with shopping or cleaning, or, doing it together with a friend or a loved one. And the last point will be patient. I think that's the most important one. Be patient with your friend or with your loved one. They may not always be ready to talk. I mentioned earlier that sometimes folks can go muted. Reassure your friend that you will gladly listen when they feel like talking. Because of their state, your friend may say or do things that hurt you. They may, in some cases, cancel plans. They may be irritable. Be patient and show them understanding and offer them your support, because that's all they need. To close out on this episode, here is the summary of ways or things to do to manage your mental health, but also it applies to your friends or loved ones who might be going through mental health crisis. So I just got 9 of them here. I'll just list them out. But again, like I said, this is just, establishing the foundation of mental health. Hopefully on the next episode, we'll be diving a bit more deep into some other practical steps I have taken, steps my guest who is coming on this show have taken to be strong and be who she is. And by the way, that guest is a lady. So I'm very excited myself to host her. And I'm very sure that next episode will be a great help and blessing. So to close out, these are, I'll say 9 things to do. 1, follow the treatment prescribed by a qualified medical health professional, be it a psychiatrist or psychologist. Maintain a balanced and stable daily routine. I personally, I try to work at least 30 minutes to 1 hour every day. When I did 2 hours, I felt even better. Stay physically active. Get enough sleep. I cannot say that much, but getting enough sleep really helps you, relax, and also helps your mental health. Take time each day to relax. A friend was telling me about just doing nothing, just spending like half of the day sitting down doing nothing, not necessarily watching TV or playing on the mobile devices, but basically doing nothing. That helps you kind of empty your head, empty your mind, and it's really I tried it and it was like very very helpful. Eat a nutritious and balanced diet. Number 6. 7, limit consumption of alcohol and of course drugs. I don't really mention drugs because I rather want to focus on alcohol, because anyway, we shouldn't have any business with drugs. Number 8, avoid isolation. I'll say it again, avoid isolation. So if you're going through mental health, this is very important that you avoid isolation, because when you isolate yourself, you basically go in you continue in the loop, of the thought of whatever has pushed you to that situation, you just, continue in the loop and in that, mood. But when you spend time with people, especially people you trust, people who care for you, then you'll be distracted from whatever triggers or whatever causes your situation. And you know me, I will not end without this last point, which is give attention to your spiritual needs. Again, I call it spiritual needs because we all worship differently. We all believe differently. So whatever you believe, is important to give attention to your spiritual needs, because that, for me as a Christian, that's my source of light. That's my source of hope. And during my time, of dealing with mental health, I've actually become more close to God, and that has really helped me a great lot. Cool. I hope I have I've shared some points with you today that will be helpful. I'm very much looking forward to the next episode. But I'm going to stop it there today. Thank you for your time. Let me know if this has been a positive addition to you, and if it's been an encouragement, if you've learned anything new. I'd love to hear from you. Send me, try to contact me on the email or via Instagram. All the contact information can be seen on the episode description. I look forward to hearing from you. It's very important for me to hear from you. So until I come your way next time, be intentional in protecting your mental health, and take time to play this episode again, especially the last part, which contained the 9 steps to do to help your mental health. Again, thank you so much for your time today. I look forward to seeing you on this show again next week. Have a great day.